Why is
Okay,
my
kids.
browser just like wigged out? I can't even select in this box.
Try refresh.
Yeah, it goes boop.
Oh, I hear it. I hear it.
This is what everybody loves to watch when they come to our live.
Facebook. You gotta love it. I hate to say it, but I won't be able to share as long as I can read the.
Hey, Sarah Rose. Boy,
Hey, Sarah Rose. Hi.
I think that's our official pod stalker. Oh, there goes Chuck. Yeah. She's our pod stalker. She's been showing up on Technorama too.
Well, I mean,
Good to see you, Sarah. I'm glad you're here.
yes. I hope your holidays were good.
Who, me or Sarah?
Sarah.
Oh.
Oh,
Like she said,
little old me.
I think I know what happened. Okay, never mind.
All right.
All right, let's try Facebook again. I'll see if I can share. Good to see you, Sarah. Thank you. Let's see. Have fun at your first day of school, she says. Okay. Yay. It wasn't Facebook. It was a PEBCAC error.
a what?
ID10T.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of those. Oh, of course. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Write down ID10T. It spells idiot.
Oh, there we go.
PEBCAC is problem exists between keyboard and share.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorite
You leave
ones.
share out of this.
There's
She
a
has
nut
nothing to
loose
do
on
with this.
There's a nut
And
loose
there's
on the
no
keyboard.
chair. Speaking of chairs, we got to talk about the way that Captain Aki sits in her captain's chair like no one else.
Like a teenager.
It reminded me of something, like some skit where people are just laying all over the furniture, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Sound check. That was a little loud in my end.
Yeah. Perhaps.
All right, so
That's more reasonable.
since the episodes come out the day that we record, I've only got to see them once, but I saw them both.
I got like 1 3/8.
1 3/8. Oh, okay.
That's okay. There we go. That's interesting.
I made it more than halfway through the first episode a second time. 5/8.
Sarah says that was loud, by the way.
Yeah.
Not for me, and I'm the recording guy. That's all that matters.
So you're telling Sarah you don't care how she
Hasn't she been through enough tech
This is
issues?
Friday is the 16th. I'm going to update the notes. You got episode 194 for Friday. You like Craig, man. You're one day off. He thought Wednesday was the 13th.
Oh, yes, sir. We will be talking about episodes 1 and 2.
Uno
So
y
if you
dos.
don't
we'll
want
come
to
back tomorrow after you've seen them or whenever. Yeah, we'll have it for you.
All right. Lots to say. And news stories. Are we going to try and keep this one shorter than 90 minutes?
we will do our best. I don't have
Chuck's getting older, so time's of the essence.
I have to go to the bathroom every 60 minutes.
I don't have a video for the second one, so I'm going to have to do my best to time our discussion.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah, we appreciate your support. Thanks for coming.
Okay, thank you, Sarah Rose. All right. Let's
begin the audio. Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
This is The Topic is Trek, episode 194 for Friday, January 16th, 2026. Coming up in this episode, at last, we enroll in Starfleet Academy. And fortunately, we don't need money. That's good. Netflix and Trek just don't seem to they don't seem like they pair up very well anymore. And lots of loot for a flute. We'll explain all that and more coming up now on The Topic is Trek. It's all academic now. Welcome to The Topic is Trek, the podcast that runs on impulse power. Join us for a journey where no show has gone before. If it has to do with Star Trek, there's a good chance we'll talk about it sooner or later, because on this show, the topic is Trek. Engage already. Well, hello. Welcome, everyone. We are back with a brand new edition of The Topic is Trek. I hope you had lovely holidays. We'll check in with my co-host in a second to find out if they got everything they were looking for over the season. But I have to get them here first. So beaming in to join me from parts unknown with the hip new catchphrase that you'll be talking about all throughout 2026 is Mr. Craig Stepp.
Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone.
It's appropriate for the episode. Like, although I don't know, in this one of these episodes, if you left the teacher alone and the kids left somebody be dead. So maybe we shouldn't do that.
Let me tell you how hard it is just to say those words rather than sing it.
Well, after all in all, it's just another brick in the show. So also being to join us from parts unknown is Mr. Chuck Tomasi.
I accidentally swallowed my communicator.
Again.
Already?
That happened last Dragon Con.
And exactly how does the hypo spray fix all that is what
Exactly.
I want to know.
He did confuse his tricorder, medical tricorder.
It beamed it out.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, before we get started with anything else, I want to ask, how were your holidays?
Wonderful. Long. Seems like a year since we haven't done this show since last year.
I know.
That's right.
I know. It's incredible.
But
Yeah,
very good. Family,
yeah.
friends, fun.
Yeah, about the same here. We didn't travel anywhere, do anything really, except for hang around with the family and just cool our heels. Which I sound like my dad when I say that.
We didn't say
But
cool your
our
jets.
heels.
Maybe that would have really sold
I
it.
can literally hear my dad say, "Oh, let's cool our heels."
And what about the rest of my foot? It's on fire. Now, just the
Yeah.
heel is the only thing probably you have to worry about. So
How about you, Clinton? How were your holidays?
they were very good, very good. We had a very nice Christmas, and I got some lovely little presents here that were Trek related here. I got the box set of all of Lower Decks,
Nice.
and I had the one from 2001, but I got the latest
Ooh,
Blu-ray of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the director's edition. So
nice.
that was very, very nice.
I got this wonderful Search for Spock book. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
that is so cool.
It's like Where's Waldo, except it's Spock. And other people in the picture.
Yeah,
And then there's little bios and whatnot down here.
that's awesome.
A lot of fun. I'm not going to circle it like the Highlights magazine.
No,
Next
don't do
person can
that.
Enjoy it.
Although you have-
Clinton, I certainly appreciate you sending over the Ships of the Fleet, the book that had this beautiful artwork of all the ships. I don't have it in front of me. It's too far behind me. But that was actually a fun book to go through.
Yeah.
I love all that artwork.
right. And I was thinking there might have been more of a story. It seemed like there was like little like every photo had a little like mini story going with it.
Yes, it did. It had like a little write up. I imagine Doug Drexler or somebody like that, who also worked on the book. His name's on the book.
Mhm.
All of those people that had a hand in designing those ships wrote a little write up about it. Yeah, there was little write ups in each one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
All right. And also, this is Trek related, but it's not going to be part of our subspace chatter. So we don't have to check with Charlie on this. But congratulations go out to Zoe Saldana, who has become the highest grossing actor of all time with Avatar 3's premiere.
Oh, right. Of course. Wow. That's amazing.
Exactly, Eric's. So that is quite a thing. Of course, you won't be making any more Trek movies, so we can't help contribute to all that money, but
We don't know that yet.
we did our part already, I think.
She could come back as a hologram.
You could.
Yeah.
Absolutely could. From the alternate timeline? Sure, why not?
Mhm.
All right, we are going to be talking about the first two episodes of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. I have to remember this star and then this star in that one.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Exactly. So if you have not seen the episodes, then pause, watch them, and then come back. That's what you have to do. You have to pause this for all of the 2 hours plus it's going to take to watch the episodes, and then come right back and hit unpause.
Closer to 2.5. That first
Or
one's
watch the episode, or watch this and pretend it was an alternate timeline, then go watch the other episodes and then put 2 and 2 together.
Or have a picture-in-picture and be watching the episode. Well,
I will admit, I read the script before watching Star Trek for The Voyage Home. Actually, it didn't spoil. It made it enjoyable.
It's hard to get that whale speaking text though.
Or he can speak whale.
I was gonna say, Dory.
Hello. All right. It's time to get started on our first main mission with an appropriate sound effect.
Sure thing.
Oh, wait. I thought we were
Oh,
someplace
Charlie,
else.
Charlie, go
Charlie, jumping the gun.
Charlie.
We're going to main mission. Sure thing, pal.
No, Charlie.
All right. Bridge scanners it is.
No
Okay.
intelligent life here.
No, absolutely not.
No. Artificial or regular intelligence. Nope.
All right.
nothing.
Do you have your show notes up? Chuck, I don't want to rush you.
I do.
Okay. You want to give us the lowdown on
Yes.
this one?
This Boing Boing article highlights a nostalgic
No,
digital.
no. That's
What?
your
Okay.
that's
The short synopsis. That was Subspace Chatter. Wow, Charlie just railroaded me right into
Yeah.
Subspace Chatter.
Oh,
It's like Chuck
Charlie.
hasn't been on the show in a year.
Hang on.
We
Got
need
just
back
off my
we need back
microphone.
Robot Chuck. Where's Puppet Chuck? We need him back in.
Yeah,
Hold on.
where's my Chuck?
Welcome to the flagship of Sirius. Okay, main mission part 1, Starfleet Academy, season 1, episode 1. Woohoo! It's like that person who goes on YouTube and writes first. in the
Yeah.
comments.
First post.
This is titled Kids These Days.
Yeah.
We were sounding kind of old before we went on the air, too.
Yeah.
You don't watch enough Star Trek to have an opinion about Star Trek. This is written by Gaia Violo and directed by, of course, Alex Kurtzman. Short plot synopsis. After being on the run since age 6, 21-year-old Caleb, a brilliant street kid, is offered the chance of a lifetime. He gets to be playing alongside Zoe Saldana.
Oh, I did
No.
not know.
To join the first new Starfleet Academy class in San Francisco in over a century. We're going to talk about that San Francisco bit in a little bit. But there's just one problem. The person offering him the spot is the newly minted Chancellor Nala Aki, the Starfleet captain who sentenced his mother to Federation prison 15 years ago. So, they got good warm fuzzies between them.
Yeah, they got a thing going on. It's complicated. The relationship is complicated.
She said, "You want to go with me?" And he
Sure
said,
thing, friend.
Wait a minute. It's Charlie? I didn't recognize him.
Wow.
Is he wearing his hair different? I don't know what's going
Sure
on there.
thing, friend.
All right. So right off the bat,
Oh, before we start,
yes.
the little intro was nice with all the ships. The
yes,
change ups
yes,
on the
50th
ship.
anniversary. They sort of went through each ship, and of course, you see a
Ah,
new one at the end, and go. And all I could think of was like Johnny Ive on an Apple commercial. It's our thinnest, most elegant Enterprise ever. Well, it's not the Enterprise,
Apple ad.
yes.
right? Because the ship was so long and slender. All I could think is, it's our thinnest ship ever.
But, and I
Mhm.
understand sort of the reason for this, but I'm calling him out.
Okay.
I want the protostar in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because they even mentioned
Well,
in the episode.
I think we luck out on getting mentions of Prodigy because this was shot before it got canceled off of
Right.
Zing. Okay.
So
Or at least
Yeah.
written, for sure.
right. So, well, I mean, they filmed it. I think quite some time ago. So it's probably all
Right.
before. So yeah, I want that redone, and I want the protostar in that collage. That's I'm
I wonder
just
if Paramount can't put it in there because it was a Netflix thing.
well, that's what I'm wondering. It's like so buy it now because it's available, and then put it in the damn thing because it should be there.
Yeah.
You see someone's
But
hand holding up a little model. Shoo!
but when it first started, I was like, okay, what's this? And it showed like, was it the Enterprise first, and then
Yeah.
the old school Enterprise, and then when they started the colors and everything and the ships, I went, oh, this
And you
is
have-
cool. Got a
Right.
new
and
intro.
They go from the classic TOS Enterprise to the movie Enterprise. Then they go to the Enterprise D. Then they go to Voyager.
hmm
No,
No,
then
Defiant.
they go to
Defiant.
the
And
Defiant,
Voyager.
then Voyager. Then they go to the
Discovery.
Enterprise NX.
Oh yeah,
And-
NX then Discovery.
Right. And then they go to the Discovery. And that's where then they missed one. Well, because then should it be before? I can't remember the order. Should it be before or after? I guess it's after Strange New Worlds. Yeah, be after Strange New Worlds. So, all right. So you'd have the Strange New Worlds Enterprise, then the Protostar,
Yes,
then the Athena. Is that's my opinion.
Right.
And I'm sticking
I
to it.
agree. It should have been in there. Missed one.
All right.
I'm hitting them up on Twitter about that.
Oh, I posted on Blue Sky saying, hey, it's really nice. I appreciate it. It's really, really good. But you missed one. So
Oh, you're that guy.
I am that guy.
Actually,
I am that guy. On this one, I'm that guy. Yes.
okay.
That's right.
Moving right along.
All right. So moving right along. So this episode really kicks off the entire concept. It's a concept that's been around literally for decades. So we have had a lot of people giving their opinions, educated or otherwise, about this series. So I want to really start off with, what were you expecting, or what you got? Did you enjoy what you got, or did you go, oh, this is the worst thing ever? Just really quickly, because I want to get like the temperature of the room on
Go ahead,
Starfleet
Greg.
Academy.
About this episode or the series?
Well, we'll say that. Well, this episode represents the premiere of the series. So
Mhm.
they've talked about doing Starfleet Academy for years.
Right.
When Starfleet Academy gets announced, half the internet goes, hey, half the internet goes, oh, hell no. And that's the way it continued.
Right.
So first of all, when you sat down to watch it, were you just going, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy a show? Or were you thinking, hope this is going to be good after all that?
No, I went in. Of course, you got some Discovery legacy, but other than that, I was like, I'm just going to go in and see what's going on and try and enjoy it and see what I think. Of course, in my mind's eye, I've got all that Star Trek lore in the back of my head, and
Mhm.
some things pop out, some things didn't that probably should have. But yeah, that's age for you. But at the same time, I went in just trying to enjoy the show and not really. I was actually more focused on Paul Giamatti and Holly Hunter,
Mhm.
trying to see how they were going to do and trying to learn some of the new characters. So and I went in kind of sort of blank, to enjoy it.
All right. And spoiler alert, did you end up enjoying the show?
I think so. I did like it. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to the characters, but I think so. Seeing the Doctor was nice and stuff like that. Kind of brought in a little bit of Star Trek nostalgia, as we went in. So, yeah, I think I did. I overall.
Okay. So same question to you, Chuck, about.
Yeah, I'm like Craig. I went in with an open mind. I tried to stay away from the trailers, the just to, keep it fresh. I did not go in with a whole lot of, oh, that person is that. No, we saw this in the trailer. I didn't do that whole dissection thing. I went in with an open mind and found it very enjoyable for the most part. We will talk about, when we give our ratings and whatnot, and the high points and low points. I think they're off to a good start. There's a lot of fresh faces, just like when Discovery started, just like when
Voyager started,
Voyager
just like
started, or
when TNG
Enterprise.
started, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm
How did
open-
you feel when you first saw Data for the first time? It's like, it's a little confusing,
He's
right?
got a skin condition. I don't think he should.
It's a new book in the
Yes.
same universe. I mean, we've seen this before, and yes, there are going to be naysayers, and you're welcome to your opinion. and you don't have to watch anymore. And please don't, and don't
Yes.
comment anymore. So let the rest of us. What is it? Don't yuck on my yum.
Yes.
So for the most part, I said yum.
I see a
Okay.
T-shirt. that
Yeah,
says-
really. When I was going into it, I thought to myself, I'm probably going to enjoy this because I find that there are shows of this kind of think about Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous.
Mhm.
I've been thoroughly enjoying that. And that's just kids basically being the kids that are in charge. You know, there's adults there, but they get the job done mostly, whatever
Yep.
has to happen to stop. And I really enjoy that type of show, seeing, okay, these are young people with initiative and yeah, they've got angst because guess what? Young people have that. They have the raging
Right.
hormones. They have the mood swings. They have all this stuff.
I never
So-
did.
Oh, of course. Well, okay. Okay. Most do.
I'm having
And-
it now.
So when I was going into it, I thought, okay, this is pretty much what I was expecting it was going to be, that it was going to be this meld of Star Trek ideals and a show that is kind of like a CW show or, you know, that
Mhm.
type of thing. That the tricky part was, can they weave those two things together? And I think that they've done a pretty good job of
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't like I can't think like a 90210 kind of thing.
Mm.
You know,
Twilight. Yeah.
a little too
Too
young adult.
YA. Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't. They, like you said, they kind of they blended that a little bit, and I was fine with that. I liked it.
And at this point, we know some backstories and we know, you know, the nice thing about this episode is it's giving you some of the backstories. So you at least have something to ground yourself on, but you don't really know a lot about all the characters yet. Right.
Yeah. The majority of this one obviously focused on Caleb and his backstory and gets us into some of the new characters. And you get little hints of what they're bringing and what their personality is. I don't recall all of the names at this point. Forgive me, but you know, you've got your troublemaker, you've got your smart aleck, you've got your awkward person, you've got
Go
the
to- go to-
girl who was too scared and ran.
Chuck, go to Facebook and click on the link in the topic is Trek. Chat.
That's where it is.
And
Okay.
Hey, I will say this: Sandra Rosa, who plays Caleb.
Mhm.
Man, that guy works out.
Yeah,
That's
I
a lot.
noticed that too. As soon as he had that,
I was
tank
like, oh, I feel a little.
yikes.
Yeah, that's the way I looked when I was a teenager, and
Yeah,
you
oh,
know.
absolutely. Yeah. What happened? What
Right.
happened?
yeah, what happened? Life.
And we got some
Right.
good character introductions. I think that the character introduction that I liked most was Commander Thok,
yes.
who was,
Yes.
who was number one. Just coming in guns ablazing, you know, laying into Caleb and just giving him, you know, reading the riot act to him. It was just a lot of fun and watching, you know, the captain just kind of, okay, this is fun. I
She's
like
doing her job.
Hey, well, she's Klingon and Jemadar. I
Yes.
want to hear that backstory.
Yeah.
Or that
I-
came about.
And in this episode, when she gets impaled by that spike, when they pull it out, so that's Ketracel White. I'm assuming that's
She was
Yeah, she had
bleeding
white
white
blood.
blood.
yeah.
I don't think we ever got a visual of a bleeding Jem'Hadar.
So right, because I mean, it would be kind of like a very light pink, I guess. Really, if you had that white and then you had the
Rose.
yeah.
Well,
know,
the Klingons have purple blood, so
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, they have that.
Pepto-Bismol pink in
Yeah, the
Undiscovered
Pepto-Bismol
Country.
pink. So you kind of have those mixes there, and that's kind of what I was hoping for, but I don't know. And then but our full Klingon, is taking a different path than other Klingons.
The medical sciences. I love that line. Do no harm is not a phrase you hear in Klingon very often.
yeah, right. like to be or
Don't
not
you
to be. We never hear
Don't you
that.
want to die a valiant death? I want to live a valiant life.
Yeah.
But it's interesting as well because we get a glimpse of, you wonder what the backstory is at home, because
Yeah.
when he has the binoculars, he says it was his mother who taught him
To see the
about
beauty in things.
right and
Yeah.
bird watching
Well,
and so forth.
It's that question I've had in my head, over the years of Star Trek was the Klingons, if they're so warlike, how do they develop space travel? Or, there's got to be
Or
some
or
science
doctors
related
or
ones.
any sciences. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and there are some
So,
in the stories we've read and in the shows we've seen. There's fringe characters like that, but if your society is mostly warriors, whew, that leaves a lot of gaps.
yeah, exactly. So, and I think I've read online people were talking about there is some not necessarily canon, but written about Klingon healers, and that's kind of where I think this character is supposed to come from.
I
Kinda-
will heal you with my batleth.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send you. Yeah, I'll send you away.
I will send you on a small trip to Skovokor.
That's right.
I don't know. Please, no. I'm fine. I'm good.
Wait, do you have a brochure for that place yet? First,
Yeah, really.
I'm feeling much better. Shut up. I'm not feeling anyone.
I'm
I
not gonna
think
come
I'll
and-
go for a walk.
Travel agent, I think, is what I want to do.
travel agent.
And yes, all right. So let's talk a bit about Captain Nadia Ake. Akai. I wrote it down and I don't have it.
I heard the computer say Aki,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ake.
All right.
almost like sake.
I got a kick out of the fact, and they had an interview with Holly Hunter before, and she's talking about the fact that, look, I'm at the age where I don't wear the stiletto heels. I don't, comfortable shoes. I just want to be comfortable.
Oh, and
So-
she leaned into that.
Oh, absolutely.
When Caleb is towering over her in that
He's a big guy. Yeah.
He's got to be over 6 feet and she's got to be just over 5. So there is a huge difference. Even when Vance and her were walking,
Mhm.
there's
Yes.
a huge difference.
Actually, wait a minute. Correct that. Whoever's walking beside her, she looks small.
And there's the picture on the screen right now. It's,
Yeah, that's what
there's a
it looks
little bit of an
like.
exaggeration because she's lunched over.
Yeah.
But the visuals on this episode, I just loved them. They played them so well. Everything in the next episode where you're literally on the fence, but in this one where Genesis catches him hacking the instructor's terminal to send the message,
Mhm.
and then she walks away, and he's behind this translucent wall with a shadow cast. Like
Mhm.
he's apart. There's just so many visuals in both of these episodes that when you take a minute and look at it from the artistic director standpoint, going, that's a really well done shot. That's a really well done shot.
Mhm.
They thought a lot about this.
Right. You have that very moody atmosphere of Caleb and his mother.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh yeah.
orange kind of like a golden hour type of light that they're in when all that part is happening.
In the opening scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the very opening scene, though, one thing I thought was interesting is that, we're 15 minutes
Wrap
are
up
already
your
up.
ratings.
Stop. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to talk as long about the second episode. So let's just do like 5 more minutes of this.
Sure.
I thought it was interesting that they did not say what the burn was, right? The
Right.
narration just talks about, and then the burn, and it was all gone. It's like, and what was that? And
Yeah.
so I'm not sure if that was a bad or a good idea. I mean, again, it's one of those things of, if you get too much into the backstory of, well, dilithium, well, what is dilithium? It's this, and
Yeah.
well, what is that used for? Then
I think that was a strategic decision to
You have
kind
to
of.
expect somebody to point and go, click the link in the upper right.
want to learn more? And
Yeah.
it starts with troopers. all of a
Subscribe and
sudden.
click the link up above. Yeah, I think that was strategic, by the way. I do.
Yeah.
They,
Yes.
they threw in a few Easter eggs just to see if you were watching. Like there
Oh
was
my
a
goodness.
comp buzzing around.
Okay.
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
And dots everywhere.
It's peanut hamper.
Yeah. The exocomp that kept moving because
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
Over on the
Haki
couch.
was moving around. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's in the second episode, but I jotted down there that it's
Oh,
actually
yeah, man.
talking as well.
Mhm.
When it moves, it goes, wow. And then it has to move again. It
Yes.
goes, really?
I did. Yes, I heard that. Oh, wow. Yeah.
What did you think of our villain? Real quick, the villain in the first episode.
Noose
Nas
Braca?
Braca?
Yeah,
Um,
broccoli.
I thought I need to see more of him to get a better sense of him. I thought very intriguing character.
Yep.
Obviously, Paul is playing him to the hilt. But I guess he's intriguing because I want to know more about what's his deal. He made the actor made choices about things that he wanted to incorporate into the costume and so forth. I noticed one of the things that it's hard to tell. I don't know if it's hard to tell in the show, but one of the stills, the side of his head, the right side of his head, where his hair is short,
Mhm.
it's tic-tac-toe with the line through it.
Yeah.
It's literally carved in
Oh.
a game of tic-tac-toe is carved, is like shaved out of that part of his hair.
Okay.
So there's all this stuff going on. He talked about the fact that these are all things that he's collected as a pirate. And so he has this way about him that I really want to know more and see him more
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
to form a more opinion of him. Because
Yeah.
he didn't telegraph as much. I think he played it big, but he didn't really telegraph so much of what's going on with him yet.
Yeah. I thought he was pretty good. I enjoyed him. As far as, like you said, I want to know more about why he's so angry, even though you kind of get a little bit of that in the opening part because you find out why they're being prosecuted.
He's a pirate. He's been caught. Someone
Yeah.
got
Pirate.
killed.
Yeah.
But Tatiana Maslana is playing Caleb's mother. She got busted too because somebody got killed during
Right.
their theft. But
And
he
she feels
seems a little
betrayed.
more he seems pretty focused. Noose Braca seems pretty focused on Caleb and his mom. So there's got to be something a little bit more in there to make him really angry or upset.
Good point. Yeah, there definitely are layers to be peeled back on. I think a lot of these characters as we go through.
Yep.
Like I think that Genesis, it's interesting that she's kind of buddying up to everybody, and I'm thinking, okay, that could just be friendly or just trying to get a clique together, or I don't know. They're just
Genesis, come on, that's a little on the nose, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I know.
They could come up with another name. Ugh.
All right. And Ake loves her fireplace too. Everybody get it? Captain Negative, a fireplace in your quarters. I
Yeah,
guess
Kirk
so.
never had one.
Yeah.
Hollow fireplace.
Yeah,
All right.
fireplace off. Shh.
So we should rate this now. And I say we're going to rate this
Oh,
on.
wait a minute. One before we move on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The last thing I want
go ahead.
to, I forgot it was Stephen Colbert doing the,
Yes.
and if you're feeling a little thirsty, there are drinks being served in the promenade.
That's where he was. I was looking all over for him. I totally missed the voice.
Some of those were funny. Some
Yes,
of
he
those were
said-
kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think you said and students be sure to, have a little snack because, hangry can be the real enemy.
That was
He's listed in all 10 episodes already, even though many of
Yeah.
the existing actors are only in 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I checked IMDb and went, that's
Well,
interesting.
I knew he was going to be in it. I knew he was going to be a computer voice because I've heard him mention it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'll be honest with you, I totally forgot about it while I was watching the episode until
No, I recognize
just
him
now
right away. Yeah.
on your grid, you have
Yep.
him on the bottom. I went, oh, of course. I totally forgot about that.
Yep. He is the
But I-
digital dean of students.
Yeah. If you're, because angry, you don't want to be angry.
All right. Ratings.
I'm sorry.
What are we,
Okay,
what
that's
are we
cool.
rating on?
We're rating it on. This was a throwaway line from Nas. Deviled eggs.
Oh, good one.
All right.
Is it what the deviled eggs hell is going on here? So all right. So let's go the same order that we did asking about the episode. So Craig, you start us off.
Given that it has already a little built-in history with Discovery, and they didn't have to build up a whole new universe or situation, I think that I think that's a solid 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I like the characters so far. I want to know more, of course, which is the way it should be. and so
Mhm.
I'm down with it. Yeah, 7.5.
Okay, excellent. I will go next. I I think that is a good rating for me as well. I was kind of in that range anyway, so I'm going to go 7.5. I feel like with almost every iteration of Trek, you're right out of the gate, you're going to start a little slow. You got to identify who these characters are and kind of have a story, but at the same time, you got to introduce everybody.
All right.
So I think as that type of an episode, yes, I'd say it did that, but it had to struggle to also make something else happen. So I'll also say 7.5. And Chuck?
I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to go to an 8. I agree
Okay.
with you completely. This felt very similar to the first episode of Discovery, where there was a lot to absorb all at once, but yet we're still getting the main characters up and running. I felt like Caleb, my first impression was, do we have another Tom Paris situation of boy gets in
Ah.
trouble, Starfleet gives him an offering?
Mm.
Yeah, and look how that turned out.
Mm.
So
became a plate.
that was my first vibe about Caleb
Oh,
is,
so Caleb's going to have a plate,
Yeah.
a collector plate.
and Boimler's all over the Caleb plate.
He signed it.
But like I said, visually I loved it. Quick throwback. Did you notice the wall of all the names when she was saying, come from a proud tradition?
Yeah,
Yes.
they leaned in
there
on
was-
that pike.
There
for
was
a while.
is it Admiral Aaron McDonald
Yes. Well,
Yes.
and Admiral Tawny Newsom?
yes.
There were people in there, not just characters.
Well, Tawny
Oh, yeah.
Newsom's a writer on the show,
Yeah.
so of course
the,
she's going to pay on there.
the side,
I know. They had a
the
lot of
names on the sides are
offset.
a lot of the production, the producers and so forth that are in there. I don't know. So does Dr. Noor have a
I didn't see his name in there, but I
Hey,
didn't go.
I also
every
didn't
line
see our names either. So just,
yeah,
um,
It
Just
wasn't the Patreon people.
yeah. Wait a minute, there was a Patreon for this?
this show
That's
brought
how
to you
ours
by.
works. For
Yeah, this show
$5
brought to you
a
by.
month,
Do-do-do-do.
you
One
can
more
get
thing.
commander level.
Admiral. Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this. I think it's off to a great start. I am definitely not in the poo-pooers club. I want to see
No.
more. I want to learn more. The young angst started to wear on me after a while, but I know that's sort of the heartbeat of the show.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But it's like, man, why do I feel like I'm in high school again? I don't like this.
Well,
Well,
I do feel like, I'm sorry, go ahead, Clint.
No,
I didn't mean
no,
to
you go,
interrupt.
you go.
I do feel like this has a little more heart than the Discovery kind of did,
It's
Just saying.
also brighter, literally. It's brighter than Discovery was. And I don't mean intelligent. I mean like literally the images are brighter
Yep.
than
Mhm.
Discovery was. And addressing the thing with the teens, I felt like this, and I hadn't thought about mentioning this before, but this to me felt like with Prodigy, they tried to reach an age range and then they leveled up above that age range. I felt,
Yeah.
with what the content that they were putting out, and the one that's on Nickelodeon and YouTube right now, will say that one kind of aims really low, but this,
Knee high, just I would say.
yeah, or smaller, anyway, I felt like this really felt within the age range of who would be watching the show, with the emphasis on identifying with the people that are on the show. I felt like it really was actually hitting the demographic that they were trying for once.
Sure. Yep.
And I thought
I'd
that
just
was-
like to point out that ad astra per aspera is not to the stars or through struggle to the stars. It's to the stars through struggle. They got it back.
Well, it's like Spanish. You don't
Isn't
say
it-
it in the same order.
isn't it adversity as well? I mean, literally.
Yeah,
think it's
aspera is
adversity.
like that's where we get our word aspirations and aspire.
Great. We got a
Aspera
nitpicker,
is
Clinton.
the stars. It's
No,
to
no,
the
no, no.
stars. They said through struggle to the stars. Like, you kind of got that backwards. But
Right. Well, I also noticed that she kind of paused, like, well,
I
I
was
can use the
wrong.
big word and make it weird, or I can just say it like you would say it.
She was going, I'm offending Chuck.
I should have had Garrett Wong sign this when he gave it to me at Dragon Con. But
Oh, well. All right. It's time to come back from our first main mission with an appropriate sound effect.
Hey, his name was on the wall, by the way.
Yes, as an admiral.
Yeah.
And we're going to go out on Subspace Chatter. But in order to do Subspace Chatter, we have to check with you know who. That's right, Charlie. Could be Charlie X. Could be Good Time Charlie, I guess.
Good time,
Good time,
Charlie's
Charlie.
got the blues.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out with Good Time Charlie.
That's what Captain Aki said. Sorry, Charlie. Like, what was this, a Starkist commercial?
Sure thing, friend. I love subspace chatter. Let's get going.
All right, Charlie.
It's
Remember
Charlie. Charlie.
Good time. No, stop making fun of his goatee. He's working on it. He's working on it.
It's not as classy as yours.
Right.
Thank you. Don't tell him that, though.
Wait, that's a picture of Clinton when he was 16.
Dun, dun, dun. And on
We
Star Trek,
figured it out.
how did that happen?
When you visited Ticonderoga back in your teenager.
When it was still a grocery store. So that doesn't make any sense. All right. Chuck, you're starting us off.
This Boing Boing article highlights a nostalgic, wow, this sounds familiar, a nostalgic digital preservation project by GitHub user Mijofer, who has revived interactive Star Trek panoramas originally featured in 1990s CD-ROMs like the Star Trek The Next Generation Interactive Technical Manual. Using modern, I thought that said modem for a second, modern web formats. I'm getting new glasses. I was at the eye doctor today. We're working on that. Using modern web formats, the project allows fans to explore high-resolution 360-degree views of iconic sets, including the original series bridge, the Enterprise D, command deck, main engineering, and a Klingon bird of prey.
Yeah.
All the sound effects in one show. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
The author notes that because these panoramas were created from thousands of photographs taken directly on the physical sets using Apple's early QuickTime VR technology, they
Mhm.
offer a unique sense of, quote, ineffable authenticity,
Ooh, the big words.
Ooh.
capturing the specific textures of the carpets, glowing light panels, and cozy atmosphere
And the rich Corinthian leather. Yes.
of the real filming locations in a way modern 3D recreations often miss.
You know, I had that technical manual CD-ROM, and
Oh.
I really enjoyed it. You could go around the ship just like you would like on Google Maps, where you click forward and keep moving around.
In full 320 by 200.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of
The
bought
tiny
when
window.
it said like high resolution. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I do not think so. I
Well,
do not think so.
Yeah, I don't know how high resolution it was, but I went around onto the CD through the file system and was looking for all of the things to play because you can play them in QuickTime. You don't have to actually go through the program and find them. So I found a few that were like, it was in the shuttle bay, and I remember, was it Data's quarter? There was some other room that I never could figure out how to get there in the application, but yet the files were on there, and he may have these on.
Oh, it's like the Atari adventure game.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, there's a hidden
You
room.
have to walk through the wall with a bridge.
It would have been funny if you go, oh, the file that wasn't referenced as a bathroom, a
You
toilet.
found the rubber ducky room.
Yay! And
Yeah.
Citation observation, a big deal. We all know about with citation observations now. That's old hat.
But it was fun to go mess around with that. But I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go look at this and see if I find the videos I'm talking about.
Okay. And then see if you'd done it earlier, you could have been in this article.
I know.
Think about that.
That's right.
And think about this as well. You've got the next story.
Oh yeah, you're right. So in a recent exclusive interview with Trek Movie, Christina Chong shared some of her compelling insights on the upcoming 4th and 5th seasons of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. She described season 4 as way better and its predecessors. I don't know about maybe the predecessor.
Yeah, I was going to say season 3 is probably mostly what she's talking about.
Yeah. Noting that the production is taking even bigger swings with its storytelling, specifically highlighting an increase in social commentary and more frequent genre bending episodes that we saw in season 3.
Spock's brain.
Production. What?
No.
Season 3, Spock's brain.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, moving along. Production for season 4 is currently done and wrapped before Christmas of last year, 2025. And Chong confirming that her final costume fitting took place on November 24th. Excuse me. However, the mood on the set had turned bittersweet as cast begins filming season 5, which is confirmed to be the series final chapter. Chong reflected on the emotional weight of these last times on the bridge in uniform, noting that while the end is beginning to sink in, it still doesn't feel quite real. Looking toward her post-Trek future, she mentioned a planned move to Los Angeles in late December and noted that there is currently no official word on the rumored Star Trek Year One project.
Which makes me wonder, well, if you have the Year One project, I don't think that Lon would be part of that.
No, she shouldn't be. Yeah.
I mean, you're getting way too close to Khan to have her still on the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, oh, look, it's my grandpa. You know, that you don't want that.
Or no, they go looking through the archives and they see her picture come up as a part of Noonien Singh's name.
Yeah, really just kind of hanging out. Hey, what's up?
So, yeah.
All right.
We're
Chuck.
from the other Noonien Sings, the one that were in Chicago.
Well, that's another story altogether.
According to the Collider article, international Netflix viewers had until January 8th, 2026 to finish their Star Trek marathons before 6 classic series left the platform globally.
What?
Mhm.
This departure included the original series, the animated series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. While the shift mirrored what happened for US subscribers in 2022, it marked a significant change in for international fans who had long relied on Netflix for their Trek fix.
Ooh, that's a tongue twister right there.
Yeah, Netflix Trek fix.
In most regions, the franchise moved exclusively to Paramount Plus, which served as the central hub for both legacy content and modern streaming originals like Section 31
Yes.
and the Starfleet Academy series. Yay! For viewers in jurisdictions without Paramount Plus, the article suggested BitTorrent.
No.
What?
No, shh. No, it did not. No, shush.
Suggested turning to physical media for the free ad-supported, or the free ad-supported service Pluto TV, which continued to host several dedicated Star Trek channels.
Yes.
And speaking about physical media, I was showing that the stuff that I got. This is why you want physical media, because as of right now,
Yep.
you cannot access Prodigy anywhere. It's
Mhm.
off of Netflix and it's not on Paramount Plus. It just does not exist at the moment.
Zoiks.
So yeah,
It's in
physical
the Gamma
media,
Project.
I'm telling you, you want to have it.
Then you can set up your own Plex server and stream it on your own.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can do that. Well, in a recent landmark event for the franchise, the Bid Long and Prosper auction hosted by Julian's Auctions saw Star Trek fans spend a staggering $3.6 million on a rare. Where was the reverb, Chuck?
Do it again.
$3.6 million
Very nice.
on rare memorabilia, shattering several world records in the process. The highlight of the event was the sale of the long-lost Hero Phaser used by William Shatner in the original series, which fetched $910,000.
Ooh.
More than-
Eric, what do you think about that, Eric's?
I know.
No, stop that.
He thinks it's funny somebody spent that much money on it.
Exactly, Eric.
More than 9 times its original estimate. Other significant sales included a screen-used communicator for $780,000, and Captain Kirk's season 1 velour tunic and trousers. I don't know if I want that part.
Well, it comes
Which
with a
sold-
pair of pants. It's nice.
Which sold for $455,000. It was easy to get the pants from his quarters, 'cause so the auction wasn't limited to the 1960s era. Collectors also vied for pieces of later series, such as the original Deep Space Nine station miniature, which went for $254,000, and Captain Janeway's bridge chair for Voyager, which sold out for over $41,000. A
Does it
massive
adjust?
turnout.
Does it
Huh?
adjust like Ake's?
Yeah, that was a rather comical scene
What's that?
when the captain was adjusting her chair.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This massive turnout and unprecedented prices paid underscored the enduring legacy of the franchise and the deep multi-generational devotion of its fan base as Star Trek approaches its 60th anniversary.
Approaching it, it's here. Well, I
In
guess in
September.
September it will be here, but close enough.
Yeah.
All right. Next, speaking with the Ankler, that's right, it's a site. Look for it. Chief Star Trek showrunner Alex Kurtzman reflected on his belief, quote, if Star Trek is going to grow into the next place and the next place and the next place, as it certainly will, as it has now lasted 60 years, every generation is going to have to inherit their own version of it. And with his longtime Paramount overall deal poised to expire at year's end of 2026, Kurtzman isn't completely ready to boldly talk beyond Starfleet Academy, although he knows it won't be his last Trek show.
Oh,
After directing the season 2 finale of Starfleet Academy, he plans to meet with the new Paramount regime to map out what's next, including conversations about a new overall deal. Although he says that, quote, regarding plots and his Star Trek future, conversations have been had. So Alex thinks maybe he's sticking around. And I know some people are going to go, oh, and I always point at the track record going, well, if Starfleet Academy turns out to be good, at least it's like 50-50 if you're for most people. So I don't think that's necessarily a horrible track record.
I don't think he's got a bad track record.
All right. So Craig, what's next?
In the upcoming series finale of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, titled The Last Best Hope, the show will officially complete the iconic original series bridge crew with the introduction of Thomas Jane as Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy and Kai Mikurami as Hikura Sulu. Thomas Jane brings a seasoned, crusty but compassionate energy to the role of McCoy, while Mikurami's Sulu will debut as a science officer, a deliberate nod to the character's original introduction as a physicist on the TOS pilot.
With a plant.
Thomas kind of looks like Frank Slootman.
I
Yeah,
know him
people-
most. I know him most from The Expanse. He was the hard-boiled film noir type detective in the first
Oh,
season.
yeah. Okay.
He was also the Punisher originally, and for Marvel fans.
Paragraph
So-
2.
And he was also in Arrested Development, which was kind of funny.
That wasn't
Um,
paragraph 2.
The arrival marks a significant milestone for the franchise as it finally unites the younger versions of Kirk, Spock, Uhura, Scotty, and Chapel in with the remaining core members of the future Enterprise crew. Producers have emphasized that while these debuts are pivotal for the continuity, the finale remains focused on passing of the torch, quote unquote, bridging the gap between Kirk's Pike command and the beginning of, Captain Pike's command and the beginning of Kirk's legendary 5-year mission. This casting move serves as a final piece of the puzzle, providing a definitive link between the prequel era and the 60s classic.
What about
Yeah.
Bailey? We want to know how Bailey gets on board.
I think this is I think Crazy Joe's talking about Thomas Jane for being in Boogie Nights.
Oh, was he? I think he might have been, yeah.
So I think that, yeah, it's good to emphasize that they're doing this because the The final scene of the episode is supposed to be Kirk taking command. And what they're trying to telegraph here, I think, is we're not talking about a finale of Enterprise type of thing going on here, where we hijack the show for something else.
Guest starring Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah. And Marina Sirtis in a role that will surprise you.
And
But,
Ben
Clo-
Browder and
Yeah,
Claudia
they close the
Black.
holodeck. They can walk off the holodeck. Whew, man, that chapter was weird.
yeah. It's a long road getting from there to here. But anyway, all right, Chuck, get us out of this quick.
Yes, please. Michael Dorn, the legendary actor who portrayed, of course, Worf in Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, provided mentorship dubbed Klingon School
Mm.
Sounds
to
dangerous.
Kareem Diane, a newcomer joining the cast of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Diane, who played, I hope I'm saying that right, I haven't heard it pronounced yet, but it has an accent on the last E, so Diane,
Keep going.
who plays the Klingon cadet Jaden Krach.
Oh, excuse yourself.
Hey, mute yourself if you got to. You know.
Well, Jaden revealed that he led, no, I'm sorry. Diane revealed that he had a FaceTime session with Dorn just before the first day of makeup. During the call, Dorn offered practical advice and encouragement on how to navigate the physical and emotional challenges of acting under heavy silicone prosthetics and layers of glue.
Right.
Mhm.
Dorn's involvement was particularly significant because he spent more time in the Klingon makeup chair than any other actor in the franchise's history. He shared techniques for emoting through the tough makeup and helping calm the young actor's nerves. Fans have widely praised this gesture of kindness, noting that it builds a touching bridge between the 1990s era of the franchise and its new 32nd century frontier. That's pretty darn cool. That would be a momentous call if I were an actor.
Yes.
And let me say, he has the voice for it too.
Yeah, he
For-
can do that low growl.
Yeah, low. Yeah, well, it wasn't even a growl. It was more like, I watch birds.
Yeah.
With authority. Yeah, I watch
That was
birds.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You can do some. You got some ADR time coming up in case they need.
I
it.
was hoping Craig's catchphrase of the week was going to be "Friends don't let friends drive." No,
No, that's not what he said.
friends
What?
don't let friends go to battle alone or something. But do it in Klingon.
Oh well.
Well,
good
it was
luck to you,
either
bro.
a Pink Floyd reference or pop quiz. But I went with the Pink Floyd.
All righty. Let's move on, shall we? Since Warner Brothers Discovery accepted a $82.7 billion cash and stock bid from Netflix, Paramount chief executive David Ellison has launched an aggressive campaign to negate the deal.
Of course, he has.
Yes,
Yeah, As they
despite
do.
Paramount's higher $108.7 billion hostile offer, Warner Brothers board unanimously recommended the Netflix takeover, citing its superior, quote, strategic fit and lower regulatory risk.
I thought
To
you were
be-
going to say superior intellect.
No, well, I got
You have a one-track mind, Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To derail the merger, Paramount filed a breach of fiduciary duty lawsuit on January 12th, 2026, attempting to force Warner Brothers Discovery to disclose how it determined Netflix's lower offer was better for shareholders. Ellison's team suspects the math doesn't add up regarding Warner Brothers' internal risk adjustment. Additionally, Ellison has threatened a proxy fight, intending to nominate a new slate of directors or campaign for shareholders to vote no on the Netflix deal. Warner Brothers Discovery Board chair has publicly signaled that while the board rejected the current offer, they remain very open to a deal with Paramount if Ellison increases the price and covers the $2.8 billion break contract fee owed to Netflix. However, Paramount suffered a legal setback on January 15th when a Delaware judge rejected their bid for fast-tracking the lawsuit, ruling that Paramount would not suffer irreparable harm if the details remained undisclosed for now. The battle is further complicated by President Trump's public interest as he has criticized the Netflix deal and suggested he might involve himself in the regulatory review As the January 21st expiration date for Paramount's offer looms, Netflix is expected to amend its bid to further box out Ellison's bid.
So the battle for Paramount Mountain has gone to an adjacent mountain.
Yeah, it's gone to now the water towers.
It's spread.
Oh my goodness. So I'm on this one, but I got to tell you, it's like, I'm beginning to miss Sherry. It's just like, can we just have that
Get her
drama
back in the
I-
get her
I-
back in the mix.
yeah, I was kind of comfortable with that. All right, let's move on because we have a story out of Vulcan, Alberta, Canada. While no guest of honor has yet been announced,
We're open,
Even-
by the way.
yeah, even though the topic is Trek is right here, where you can find us right here. The town of Vulcan has begun, quote, early bird of prey. See what they did there? Tickets for Vulcan 33. Tickets are $150 Canadian plus fees and taxes, and early bird of prey sales end March 1st. We'll have a link to the Town of Vulcan Recreation Department website in the show notes for episode 194. It's all academic now over at thetopicistrek.com. All right, that takes us to the end of our stories, but because we were gone for such a long time, we have links to 144 additional stories.
A gross?
Well, or an acreage. I don't know. We there's a lot of them in there, and we have stories. The most stories, unsurprisingly, by the number of links within that category, is Starfleet Academy. It's the new thing, so it's getting the most of the attention at the moment. But we do have other. We have some stuff from TOS, Next Generation. We have things about board games, video games, comic books, all sorts of things in there. So I encourage you to go over to the topic is Trek.com and check out the show notes for this episode. It's all academic now because you've got enough there to keep you busy until the next time we're back. I'm telling you, this is like a lot of stuff in here.
Vulcan
Wait,
was
gonna-
looking around for early bird phrases, and they came up with that one, early bird of prey, which sounded a whole lot better than dead burnt bird meat.
Well,
Actually, Clinton, it sounds like you're giving the listener some homework.
no, there's no required homework. I'm just saying, if you want your Trek fix and we're not around, just go to the website. There's
There you go.
plenty there to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Program initiated. Enter when ready.
Thank you. It sounds like that came from a CD-ROM. It's amazing. All right. But with that said, it's time to end Subspace Chatter. So although we have Nice Charlie, who ironically enough is Mirror Charlie, we have to say, goodbye to him. So I have to say it. Goodbye, Charlie.
Thanks for having me along. It was fun. But now my Phasian step-parents are calling, so I gotta go! Go!
Don't let the turbo lift door hit you in the. Never mind.
Don't let the airlock hit you where the good Lord.
Oh my. Oh my. All right. It's time to head out on our main mission number 2 with an appropriate sound effect. And Craig, would you do the honors and give us the details on this one?
All right, what are we rating this on? I'm sorry.
We haven't rated it yet. We're
No.
just trying to.
Jeez.
Chuck wanted
So
to hurry
quick.
this up, so
That would have kept it under an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly would.
all right. So this is of course, continue on with Star Trek Starfleet Academy. The episode title Beta Test, written by Noga Landau and Jane Maggs, directed by Alex Kurtzman. Wow, I don't think he's directed hardly anything
Busy
this
man.
whole time.
I think he's maybe directed 1 or 2 things. Hey, he directed that Mummy reboot with Tom Cruise. Let's
No,
not
no.
talk about that and move on. So
I'm talking about Star Trek, not
yes.
All right. So with the start of the new academic year, Caleb's unease about the future of his future at Starfleet Academy persists. But when a delegation from a former Federation ally arrives and Caleb is tasked with showing their leader's daughter around campus, he must put his uncertainty aside to discover what life at the Academy is really all about.
Yeah, that's what he put aside to put. Yeah, that's why he stayed.
Hey, and by the way, aside from word changes, this is the same description from the word movie Porky's.
Oh my.
And you know this how?
I watched Porky's.
Yeah, research.
one of the-
it's research.
It was one of those where I stayed up late at night and I wasn't supposed to watch HBO, but I did. I knew the code for the cable box. My parents didn't. Never mind. I'm telling on myself.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's not how it works. You shouldn't be doing that.
I'm gonna get in trouble now.
You spend all that
Ugh.
time figuring it out and then you just go, yeah, Dad, this is the thing I did. Anyway, so this episode seemed to be a little light on plot. I feel like they were now going to take an episode to relax things a bit and say, let's see what the campus is about at this point. I don't know. That's the impression I got, is that, yeah, we had a major thing happening, although to me it was like, well, we saw Discovery doing this type of thing. You know, Burnham was going around trying to get members back into the Federation. So it's another story about getting, in this case, Beta Zeds into the Federation again, and a wall that we didn't know was up around them and people that were allied with them. I mean, literally like this psychic wall that they couldn't penetrate. But it seemed as if, okay, here's a slice of life about the campus was more what this seemed to be centered on. What do you guys think?
I have umbrage with the fact that they said they're going to San Francisco, but they landed in Sausalito.
Well,
unless in the future, San Francisco grew so big that it took over both sides of the bay. Probably took over Oakland too.
But they had the song. They have, that's where they went. You know, they had the song.
I had flowers in my hair and everything. Ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird at first. I mean, it was fine, but yeah, it was a little weird at first hearing, if you're going to San Francisco. I'm like,
I
what?
just didn't like, I know it's the last episode, but I just didn't like, I didn't like that version of it. I felt like
No.
it was
Slow.
sort of like the original, but
Yep.
I think if it had been like a female voice and a slightly different way of treating the song, I think it would have fit in better.
Mhm.
But
you
it's
noticed the comm badges were the same shape as the ship.
oh yes,
Yes.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
yep.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, I think this episode was probably a little less on plot because I think that they were using this to really introduce us to the characters. Because last
Yes.
time there was more story and not enough time to get into the characters. So they use these 2 episodes to kind of do that.
Now you get your roommates.
Yes. And like, tell me before he opened that door, you didn't know who was.
Oh,
really
saw that
there.
coming a mile away.
That's
That
like
was-
every movie that's ever happened,
Well, and you know they're going to become fast friends,
Yep.
a la Kirk and Spock in the Altverse. You know,
Mhm.
that's what's planning out here. So we see right through you, Alex.
It's just going to
That's
take a
right.
very long time to get there, right? But you know, in the end, and when the chips are down, they'll work together like they did in the last episode, and just call each other names while they're doing it. But you know, they'll
Right.
still do it anyway.
Hey, we did see some interesting species walking around like a brickar.
Mm-hmm.
We
Which
saw
is rock
lots of
talk.
species.
Yeah, I mean, at first I go, look, it's right. No, that
Oh,
Yeah,
it's brown.
I did the same
No.
thing. I went,
Rock is
Well,
pink.
it was dressed like rock talk, and I was like, I went, whoa, that's
Deeper
weird.
voice, though.
Yeah,
Deeper
it was-
voice.
It
There
really
was
threw
also-
me off seeing her walk, that character walking around.
You can hear the thump, thump,
Yeah.
thump.
There was also a Kelpian in there.
Yep. And
Oh
and,
yeah, you saw the hand gesture.
the
Mhm.
black and white people. What's
Right. And there was also a Ferengi in there.
we
This-
were introduced to a Saurian, which we've seen on Discovery, but this was a different one. And some new species. We don't know who that
Yeah.
bridge officer is, with all the stuff on her face.
right,
The
right.
communications officer.
Right. Yeah, and I don't have a lot of information yet on any of those officers. I know I have one I have a little cheat sheet that I made up for us when we're going through the episode, and I've got images of what is that, 15 of the people that are on the show and their names and so
Yeah.
forth. But one of the bridge crew is either is now or was a wrestler. The woman who's Lieutenant Ya. So she had been mentioned a couple of times and she was in the publicity stuff. So I put her in there, but there's a whole bunch of people that I am hoping they do not get the same treatment as bridge crew on Discovery.
Half of them
Yeah.
die in the first episode.
No,
I
you
have
never- you
expected
never heard about them.
some initial characters to be gone in that first episode. There was an interesting character when they were at that reception party,
Mhm.
and Caleb picks a drink off of the passing waiter, and then the next one takes it right out of his hand. And they made a point to show that she doesn't have like the top of her head. It's sort of robotic implant, but missing 30% of the brain. You could see like right through the top of the head.
Yeah.
But that was a cool effect. And what's that all about?
It's for easy access. If you just want to
Yeah.
brainwashing, you can
It's
take it
easy
right
to
out.
do a RAM upgrade when you've got the case apart.
Hey, you see Caleb ball up some paper and toss it in.
So speaking about brainwashing, what are your thoughts on the War College? The first impression when you
That
first see them is like,
Seems
oh, this is very
ominous.
Section 31.
Yeah, this seems ominous to have a war college along with Starfleet Academy. They tried to play it up like we're working together. Like, I
here's
see
my
a
thought.
schism right now.
I'll tell you, my thought was, okay, you had the burn. Starfleet wasn't able to travel around. There's probably a lot of entities that grew in power and
Mhm.
probably more threatening. Even now that we got warp power back. And so I think that they probably need a war school.
Yeah, Akai says that she thought, well, I thought that the Federation threw put all its ships in on the War College, meaning that was what was required
Mhm.
at the time. And I think that exploration had to take a back seat. So I think that, yeah, definitely that was the thing that was needed. So the question now is, okay, you still need elements of that.
Yep.
But when you've been the thing and now you're part of the thing, do you go easily into that merging of things? Like, the two of them were kind of going at it back and forth, but not in a nasty kind of way. Just kind of, he was a bit irked at Aka, and she was like ribbing him about winning the battle, winning the argument and so forth. And she came through in the end, right? That she came up with the idea that helped get the Beta Z back into the Federation. So he said, like, okay, it's kind of weird, but okay, I'll go with that. And by the way, put on some boots or something. But
Right.
so they're playing it like maybe it's not, but I'm still going. They just look too Section 31-ish. I
It's
don't
the
know.
black.
Yeah, I think if it had been any other color, it probably wouldn't have given me that vibe. So we'll have
Yellow.
to see.
It'll get bright
Yeah, yellow.
color.
Yeah, we don't camouflage very well, but yeah, we can always find our uniforms. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's
Oh,
wonderful.
those are the fuchsia war guys.
We got to see Jet Reno in action again, which is
Mhm.
always fun.
Yeah.
Just
And,
Alec is
um,
always-
Who's our troublemaker?
Oh,
Caleb's roomie. We find out he can
Yes,
walk
Darren.
in space. Yeah, we can find out he can walk in space for a
For-
while.
yeah, for a short amount of time because he can take very cold temperatures. And what was the other thing that was involved with that? Because he could be exposed to that for 8 minutes, and he said very cold temperatures, and maybe he didn't need to breathe in that amount of time. I forget what the thing that
Well, he was
quantified-
speaking, so
Well,
Well,
yeah.
he had like an amplifier on his voice.
Oh, that's
box. He
right,
made a point
yeah.
to say that.
But yes, so, and he can also change his appearance
Yeah,
because he
which-
just,
that must be his true appearance, and he just wants to wear the other one to fit in.
I think so. I think it's,
But no
very-
one else needs to fit in. I mean, you can have a lizard face and walk around just
Yeah.
fine.
look at you.
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
Hey, I'm very sensitive about this.
But yeah, but because Sam also chose, like they say that they, wanted to, their collective wanted to interact with organic species, chose human as well.
Mhm.
So I guess it's just a default. We're going to Earth. for Starfleet Academy. Will less hassle if we look like we're human. You know, that type of thing. I don't know.
I think by locating Starfleet HQ on Beta Z, I think Navarre is going to have a fit with that.
Hmm. Well, do you think they would want it though?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if they.
Someone's going to get upset.
It's like a target on your back in a way, because let's face it,
That's true. Look how
all
many
the enemies
times-
always go to Starfleet Academy.
right?
Yeah.
Not just just Starfleet headquarters in general. Like, good, you can take the heat.
Yeah,
Next time Borg come around, they're not coming to
I'm a-
Sector 001.
I would go there with like that Magneto helmet, so nobody can read my thoughts.
Good plan. Good plan.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cerebral protection.
Too bad it's one I 3D printed. It's not actually works. Just put it on.
I think it's too tight and it squeezed your brain.
I made a note here that we've seen her in 2 episodes, and I'll have to check to see if they've updated information, because uncredited, I mean, not uncredited, but like not identified as the character name. In this episode, Jet Reno, says to Caleb, okay, what is the name of this cadet? And we've seen her in both episodes. She,
Yes.
it's the one who swallowed her.
Well, the communicator, right?
And then she was, you're sucking up all the energy in the room. And she was the one that when the explosions took place on the ship, she's saying, red alert, red alert. You don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We know. So we're seeing this character an awful lot. It's like, this is a running gag kind of character on the side. And I'm wondering, is this background character that's going to play into something later on? Or are they just like the humorous person? Because it could go either way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to Jar Jar Binks.
So I don't know. I'm interested to find out, do we actually have a name for this character? And keep an eye on them, because if they're showing up all the time and they got lines.
Right.
They even
Then-
gave IMDb cited, what was it, Scared Cadet, when they were out
Yeah.
there getting yelled at in the rain and she runs away. Scared Cadet, that's who she was.
Yep. So that's a different,
It's
Yeah,
a
that's a
strange
different person.
name.
But if she can get credit for that, then we need a character name and probably some more depth for this woman.
It's a terrible name, by the way.
I know.
I think we've now heard the theme song for Starfleet Academy.
On episode 2. Yes.
Yeah, which was interesting because it started and ended with Ilea's theme, which I thought.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
catch
kinda
that.
did.
Good for you.
Yeah, I felt that too. Yeah.
Oh no! Literally, it was Ilea's theme. That those first couple of notes you hear of the song, they
Yeah.
played the beginning and the end of the piece. They also had a couple of other nods in there. When the Doctor first appears, it's Voyager's theme playing in the background.
I gotta watch it more closely.
So
and they
there-
had a little Picard taste to it as well.
yes, with the leaves blowing off of the tree.
Hmm.
And the kind of the look. So I was listening, trying to figure out, is there a recurring line in that theme? And I got to listen to it again to see, because it changes mood, and I'm not sure if it's like different pacing of the same melody for the first and the second part. Like when the Academy is built, it's like a more full orchestration of the piece. So
Yeah.
I want to check that out. All right. Any other notes on this? Oh, spoiler alert! They come back into the Federation. Sorry, should have mentioned that up front.
And that guy has one line.
Yeah. Do we have any other notes on this episode?
Does anybody know if that was American Sign Language they were using?
It looked like it to me with
It
the
looked
little that I
close.
know.
I know a few things in American Sign Language, and some you can interpret, like, when the planet is in orbit and they do a gesture with their hand, like, yeah, I could see that being planet, but I couldn't verify it, and they weren't doing any finger spelling, so it was. I'd be curious to know why would the beta sets use American Sign Language.
It says right
Well-
here that she used American Sign Language to communicate to their father.
Well, I suppose it's no weirder than them speaking in English.
Well, the thing is, because they're speaking in Federation standard, right? That's now the
Yeah.
term we have for it. So you would sign, if it was English, you would sign. Why not use, what you're using now for that?
You know what's amazing is English really didn't change in 900 years. Think about what they were speaking in 1000. We wouldn't be able to comprehend a thing.
Except I noticed that like they throw around some of the slang like shiny. They meant we got shiny. So all the Firefly fans.
That's from Firefly, right?
Another reference.
Yeah. Right.
And when they go to the coffee shop, which now serves Ractogino, Kapla.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh, we had what was it? The Sato Auditorium and the Kirk Pavilion. They have specific names on some of these places.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think there's an Uhura Pavilion as well. I feel like I should know, and yet I have no idea. This wing that's named after this person, where the coffee shop is, it's like I feel like I probably should understand who this is that they're talking about, and I don't. Did it ring a bell with either of you guys?
It might have gone right over my head. I
Yeah.
probably didn't catch it either.
Oh, well, they had the whole
Same.
conversation about the guy and having the money, and he wasn't very good on the battlefield and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I'm going, I get.
Tom. I started to say Winkle, but that wasn't right. I know. Yeah.
And I feel like I should know, or maybe I should know. And
When we find out, we'll be like, oh, I should have known that.
That's where all our listeners are going to call in. Call the listener line at 816 Trucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, one more note about the actual ship.
You mentioned the Mugatu. Oh, anyway. So.
Yeah, it was loose. Remember seeing that?
No, there was a Mugatu on one of the banners. It was a holographic drawing of the Mugatu that changed.
It's the first Mugatu who joined Starfleet.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It was a Mugatu, actually, not a Mugatu.
I'm going to be the first one to make a Mugatu cry.
Yeah. Hey, is it me or the design of the bridge looks like a retro 50s diner?
Yes.
The bridge of the ship.
Athena. Yeah.
Okay.
That
All right.
red.
The one behind you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like a modern take on what a 50s diner should look like.
Well,
and
they can't just walk out and get themselves a Ractogino. So
it was very Art Deco.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because leading up to the premiere of Starfleet Academy, the Star Trek YouTube channel was running this time lapse of the creation of the giant set that takes up the entire soundstage.
Yes. I did see a little bit of that.
And it was interesting because then you could see the orientation of, well, where is the bridge in orientation of where is the rest of this set? And it's sitting at the back. So it is connected to the rest of that giant space. So they can walk, they probably haven't seen where somebody's walking out of the atrium onto the bridge of the ship, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
we get to see whales. There be whales here in the
yeah. So that's another callback.
Yeah.
They didn't mention though that I thought they'd say, well, it's a delicate balance because the whales were gone and we needed the whales, so that type of thing. But
and she's pregnant.
yes, yeah. Well, we did get that
I was,
part.
they said that and I was like, oh, are you kidding me?
She didn't have to go swimming to find that out.
Well, she's got. Although, wait a minute, she didn't. Didn't she have the inhibitor on?
Maybe he's talking to that man.
What man? Oi!
Yeah.
All right. Enough of that. We're going to rate this on.
We can throw references out all night, but we don't have time for that.
This is going to be rated on mucus samples.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
They had to haul them around like 7th graders when they have the egg or the sack.
That's what I was thinking of when he said you had to take it with you. I was like, oh.
And then you have to move in together, and then Sam laughs and he just kind of rolls his eyes. Oh,
And then you have to meet the in-laws.
You knew you were going to see somebody with mucus all over them
Yep.
at some point.
didn't expect it to be Caleb necessarily, but okay. So on 1 to 10 mucus samples, what do you rate this episode, Chuck?
I like the spicy mucus samples. This stuff is too plain, but I'll take the plain stuff for now. I'm going to give this one a 7. Not quite as high as the 8 I gave on the other one. The pace was a little slower. I like the character development. I like the fact that we're able to still solve some problems both diplomatically with the Beta Zeds. Yeah, there were a couple spots in there I went, maybe not. So I give it 7 mucus samples.
It just flows, doesn't it? No, stop that. Stop that.
No.
Stop that.
Hey,
All right.
runs like no.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to give this one a 5, and I'm not giving it. Remember, a 5 is middle of the road. It's not
Right,
bad.
not the dirt.
Because
Hey, it's nothing to sneeze at.
yeah. Oh, well, maybe it is. Because I felt like this episode was as I described at the beginning. It's kind of more like, okay, we had to get through an awful lot in that first episode.
Yep.
Let's take a breath. We're going to do a story, but it's really going to be about this other thing. So I enjoyed it for that. I don't think it massively moved. Now, it's going to move obviously some things forward because the brother becomes a third roommate,
Yeah.
and the female, she joins the war college, which is a kind of a shock to Caleb.
Well, and
Mhm.
Caleb has committed to stay now. This
Right.
isn't on the fence literally anymore, but he's committed to stay, which means our arc for the season is finding his mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I say this one is more about, okay, now we're going to relax a bit and kind of do more world building type of stuff at this point.
No.
And so I would give it a middle of the road 5. I might go as high as a 6 because people go 5 is bad, but I'm saying 5 because it's a solid episode, but it's not pushing the boundaries anywhere.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, good.
I really have nothing else to add based on what you guys said. And I'll give it I was gonna give it like a 6 because it is a little bit less than first one, but hey, TNG, we had to get through 3 seasons before it started really getting good. And I think they're gonna be a little bit faster on that roll here. But yeah, so a couple episodes. This one, so I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. All right. I think that's just about does it. I'm probably going to at some point post a little rant on the YouTube page, so be on the lookout for that. Oh boy, at some point in
Uh-oh.
the future. But for right now, you can find me, Clinton, at the topic is Trek. Of course you can, because you're right here.
You're
now.
right here. You're literally right here.
I'm looking at the show notes and I'm reading something else. You can find me at Comedy Forecast, all one word with the number 4. I have an episode that I've been dying to get out. Unfortunately, I've been trying to do a particular voice that I really want to nail, and I haven't been able to nail it. So I think I'm going to give up and just go with what I got. So the patrons should get that in the next couple of days. And
I'm
then everyone
sorry,
else.
Dave. I can't do that.
Well, yeah, I can't do that, Dave. So, so you probably will get it. The patrons will get it, I'm guessing, this weekend, and other people will get it at the beginning of next week. So be on the lookout for that. And who speaks for you guys?
Go ahead, Chuck. Hey, come back here.
I was like when the whole line steps back and you imagine if you step
Yeah.
forward.
Volunteer.
Craig and I do Technorama podcast on Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern time. It's a show about all kinds of nerdy fun, news and science and space and ancient history stuff and recent history stuff. And then there's us. So we'd love it if you could join us. Find us at Technorama Podcast, wherever you find fine podcasts and other podcasts, including ours.
Ooh. Mine too. All right. Well, it's time to hit the theme, boys.
This one or nothing.
If you like the show, please be sure to tell a friend about it and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear from you. Follow us on Blue Sky at The Topic is Trek. Visit our Facebook page, or you can call us at 816-TREKKER. That's 816-873-5537. Until next time, on behalf of Chuck, Craig, and myself, I'm Clinton, thanking you for listening. And as we always say here on The Topic is Trek, don't
Put
put
on
on the
the
red
red
shirt.
shirt. That's it.
Lucas.
That's not funny.
I didn't get to use that line. I was going to use
I didn't record that line. It's just for you, video people. Thank you.
Yeah. Special treat, I guess.
Ugh.
Alrighty. Presumably we're going to check our schedules, but presumably we'll be back in 2 weeks. Again, we'll check the schedule, see how that's going to work out. But we'll be back soon with more episodes of Star Trek Starfleet Academy that we will be reviewing. And so we hope to see you then as well. Thank you for watching. Live long and prosper.